Hi guys. A question that I get quite a lot is, how does my mediumship work? Or how does mediumship work? Well, in all honesty, I don't know. I really don't know, but it works. But there are a lot of theories about it, and we can all have our own theory. And depending on our life experience, it will differ from medium to medium, I believe. But for me, it's all about the sensitivity and the love. And the sensitivity will make you recognize an energy that you can't maybe see, hear and feel like in with a normal physical attributes. So for me, it's all about our consciousness, our mind and our soul. And to connect to the spirit world, it's all about my intention. Because when I put my intention to the spirit world, I get an energy flow from there. And I try to translate that energy through my imagination, my life experience, my indoctrination, and my knowledge. So there are a constant learning about interpreting energy. So it's probably the hardest work I ever done, but also the most exciting and fun work I've ever done. Well, it's not only fun because it's all about grief and people who have lost their life and gone to the spirit world. So when you connect to someone who has gone to the spirit world and someone comes because they might have lost a mother and they want to know if they are okay, what happened when they die. Well, what happens when they die, I think every medium will have a slightly different opinion about, and I don't think we will ever going to know until we die ourselves. But my belief system is, and that's just my belief system, that our soul and our spirit, who are indestructible, will leave this physical body and it will go back to its light, back to the spirit world. Because the soul and the spirit are indestructible, so it will go back to its God source, so to speak. And as a human being, we like to look at things in terms as physical ones. So we like to put, costumes and put things in little boxes so we should understand it. But I honestly don't believe with our little minds, I used to call mine a pea brain, can't understand how huge it is. The only thing I know when I'm working, I put the intention on the spirit world and I get imageries coming through my mind, and the images is coming through my mind because my mind is trying to interpret the energy from the spirit world. So sometimes when I get it wrong, I know my mind haven't actually understand it to fully. So then I know I'm learning something more about it, and it's very exciting. So I believe mediumship works through intention, through our soul to soul, spirit to spirit, and then our mind has to be involved to try to understand that energy and to do the interpretations of that energy. And is it easy? Sometimes, and sometimes it's very difficult. Because regardless the work you're doing, regardless the person in the spirit world or the spirit that's coming through or the client that want to talk to the spirit, depending how I feel in that situation, how comfortable I am with the client, how comfortable I am with the energy from the spirit world, how much I recognize that within myself, the life of the spirit, the more I recognize it, the easier it is to work. And sometimes I don't recognize the energy, then I have to work harder. So back in time, they usually spoke about, are you a natural medium? And usually back in time, they didn't know the difference between psychic and mediumistic. And people usually say, if you have a gift to be a medium, if you're born with a gift, you can work as a medium. I believe everybody is born more or less with a gift of talking to the spirit world. I don't like to look at it as a gift because it means that God should have favorites. Oh, you, Mia, you have been, I don't know the English words, but you have been privileged with that gift. I believe in talent, you see. And when you have a talent for something, it needs to be practiced and practiced and practiced to be able to understand what you actually are doing. So I believe that everybody who has an interest for this, who has a curiosity, who has that little emptiness within the soul, within the heart, that something is missing, and you're looking into these mystical things, as they usually call it, you have a talent for it. And it's only practice to make you good at it. So the more you practice, the more you will understand the energy, and the better you will become to explain the energy that are coming from the spirit world. I'm not sure I'm explaining it to the fully, because I don't really know it to the fullest. I just know it works. And I know it works because I'm also a spirit artist. So sometimes I even draw the person from the spirit world. And how can I draw someone from the spirit world if I never ever seen them in my whole life, and give good evidence how they died, where the hobby was, how they live, how the connection with the client that's coming to talk to them. If you give a good evidential and also can draw the spirit world, or draw that particular spirit from the spirit world, you know, I'm very skeptical to my own work, but I can't fool myself. So when I do a good communication with good evidence, and I had also managed to do a good drawing of the spirit, where does it come from? I don't know, but it's magical. And for me, after 30 years of experience, I feel the energy of the spirit today when I'm working. It's a different energy. You feel that little subtleness within the energy when someone is around you and you connect with them, and it's magic, and it's beautiful, and it's lovely. So if you have an interest, if you feel this is something for you, you know, don't be afraid of it. There's no such things as born medium as everybody is talking about back in the time. It's a talent and you need to practice it. That's my opinion. So take care. Bye.